The conversation around Buffalo's sideline leadership has picked up heat again. It's not that Sean McDermott is collapsing under pressure, but his future is becoming part of a broader discussion as the team continues to chase the breakthrough it hasn't achieved yet, a trip beyond the AFC Championship game. With several intriguing coaches potentially entering the cycle, it's fair to ask whether the Bills should be prepared to explore new directions if the opportunity presents itself. One of the most unexpected names drifting into that conversation is Matt LaFleur. Green Bay may be playing respectable football, even after their recent loss to Philadelphia, but reports suggest that LaFleur's own seat isn't as stable as it appears. A recent piece in The Athletic noted that it's not far-fetched to believe he's coaching for his job throughout the remainder of the 2025 season. The organization set a clear standard before the year began: compete for championships now, and while the defense has championship traits, the offense has lagged behind that level. Firing him would be a stunning move by Green Bay, considering LaFleur's resume. He's handled two completely different quarterbacks, guided the team to 72 wins, and consistently kept them in postseason contention. With 3 division titles and multiple deep playoff runs in one of the NFC's toughest divisions, he has produced far more success than most franchises ever enjoy. It's difficult to pin their shortcomings solely on him when the competition has been formidable and the roster has evolved around him. This is where the Buffalo angle enters the picture. If someone with LaFleur's record truly becomes available, the league will take notice, and any team evaluating its long-term outlook, including Buffalo, has to at least keep the possibility in mind as the season unfolds. The debate around Buffalo isn't about Green Bay's quarterback play or Matt LaFleur's weekly roller coaster. The real conversation sits in Western New York, where the Bills continue to field one of the most talented quarterbacks of this generation, yet the postseason results never seem to reflect it. Year after year, Josh Allen delivers performances that would be enough to win for almost any franchise. And year after year, when the stage gets the brightest, something collapses around him. That's where Sean McDermott's situation becomes impossible to ignore. His impact on the organization is undeniable. He dragged the Bills out of the NFL basement, ended years of frustration, stabilized the culture, and oversaw the early evolution of one of the league's most explosive quarterbacks. 7 straight playoff trips, multiple division crowns, and a long list of double-digit win seasons prove his value. On paper, the resume looks strong. But the postseason tells a different story. Every time Buffalo enters January with legitimate championship expectations, the same issue emerges: the defense fades in the moments when there is absolutely no room for error. That's especially concerning when the head coach built his reputation on defense. Across the last several playoff exits of the Josh Allen era, the offense did its job. The quarterback produced. Drives were extended. Points were scored. Yet when the Bills needed a key stop, a red zone stand, or even one momentum-shifting defensive play, it didn't happen. And that is where the pressure truly lands. A franchise with a quarterback this gifted cannot keep walking away from championship windows empty-handed. At some point, consistency in the regular season isn't enough. Stability isn't enough. Respectability isn't enough. Buffalo has reached the point where good is starting to feel like a ceiling, and that's the exact moment when an organization begins questioning whether a new voice, a sharper scheme, or a different vision is what finally turns potential into a Lombardi run. One statistic makes the pressure unmistakable: in Josh Allen's last 6 playoff losses, the Bills have allowed over 31 points per game. That's not just disappointing, it's unacceptable for a team built to compete at the highest level. The debate around Sean McDermott's future isn't hypothetical. If the Bills fall short again in the postseason, and a proven offensive mind becomes available, the question becomes unavoidable: is it time for a change at the top? That brings us to Brian Daboll. His name has been circulating in Buffalo for weeks, and for good reason. Daboll, who previously worked with the Bills, brings an offensive acumen that aligns perfectly with what the team needs to complement Josh Allen's unique skill set. Reports suggest he could return as a senior offensive advisor, or, in the right circumstances, even step back into a coordinator role. With Daboll's past success in crafting high-powered, versatile attacks, his return could immediately inject creativity into the passing game and help maximize Allen's potential in critical moments. What makes this scenario intriguing is timing. Daboll's potential return could reshape the coaching structure, especially if the organization is weighing long-term options around McDermott. His ability to design schemes that take pressure off the defense, while keeping the offense dynamic, is precisely the kind of strategic adjustment that could push Buffalo from consistent contender to championship threat. For a team that has repeatedly fallen just short in January, adding someone of Daboll's caliber could be the edge the Bills have been missing. Brian Daboll's potential return to Buffalo has generated plenty of chatter, but the reality is more nuanced. If he came back, he would almost certainly take over play-calling duties, whether as head coach or offensive coordinator. That said, Sean McDermott has indicated that hiring Daboll isn't on the table right now. He praised Daboll as a great coach, leaving the door open for speculation while making it clear the current staff remains intact. The offensive coordinator role is firmly in Joe Brady's hands for the foreseeable future. McDermott emphasized his confidence in Brady and the rest of the offensive staff, noting that while every staff experiences plays or calls they wish they could undo, it's about how they respond. Yet the situation invites comparison to past decisions. McDermott has praised assistants in similar ways before, only to make changes later. Brady's success hasn't gone unnoticed around the league. Multiple head coaching opportunities, as well as coordinator roles at top programs, are likely to surface by season's end. The Bills may face a situation where keeping him in Buffalo could require careful maneuvering. Despite all the coaching chatter, one fact stands above everything: Josh Allen is the team's most critical asset. Keeping him healthy, motivated, and engaged has to be Buffalo's top priority. The talent around him, from the coaching staff to the offensive weapons, must be built to maximize his ability to perform at the highest level. Everything else, whether it's staffing decisions or personnel adjustments, should ultimately serve that goal. Josh Allen's window for a championship is here, and the Bills' focus must remain crystal clear: protect their franchise quarterback, on and off the field. Sean McDermott has been clear about what matters most for Buffalo: keeping Josh Allen healthy, mentally sharp, and in a positive environment. When Allen is in that zone, he becomes nearly impossible to stop, as he demonstrated against Kansas City just last week. McDermott frames it broadly: physical, mental, and even spiritual well-being, because the quarterback's happiness drives the entire team. That connection extends to the coaching staff. Brian Daboll isn't just a former offensive coordinator, he's someone who built a strong personal bond with Allen. Their relationship goes beyond the X's and O's. Even in the off-season, Allen would spend time at Daboll's home, hanging out, grilling, and relaxing. That trust and comfort translate directly onto the field. When Allen is confident in his offensive coordinator, he thrives. And under Daboll in 2020 and 2021, the Bills' offense ranked among the league's best in points and yardage, including a run to the AFC Championship and that unforgettable divisional showdown against Kansas City. Looking forward, Buffalo faces some pivotal decisions. If Joe Brady remains the coordinator, he must continue to earn Allen's confidence. But if the team evaluates alternatives, Daboll presents a compelling case: proven success, chemistry with Allen, and a vision that can unlock the offense's full potential. The choice isn't just about X's and O's, it's about putting Josh Allen in the best possible position to succeed. At the end of the day, the Bills' priority is clear: keep their franchise quarterback happy, healthy, and supported. Whether that means maintaining the current staff or bringing in someone like Daboll, the decision will shape Buffalo's championship trajectory.